Blackstone 295. The United States federal government is a corporate entity or society which makes it a person. You represent the corporation that is making a claim against my estate. You are claiming to have a contract against my estate, which means you must be holder in due course of some contract or commercial agreement between it, and upon whom the payment and performances are made, and willing to produce said documents and place for the same in evidence before trying to enforce its demands called statutes. For purposes of suit, such corporations and individuals are regarded as entities separate from government. Clearfield Trust Company versus United States. In your instrument, you sent an account ending in you are asking for payment in an amount of whatever and instructing that my estate send payments to Resurgent Capital Services. According to the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, no state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. I affirm for the record, I do not have or possess any gold or silver coins as prescribed by the United States Constitution law, which is lawful money to pay the restriction demands. If no contract is produced within 20 days from this date of this letter, this matter needs to be dismissed and removed from the account of my estate along with the 3 major credit bureaus. I, Devon Robertson L., do not under any condition or circumstances by threat, duress, or coercion waive any rights inalienable or secured by the Constitution or treaty, and hereby request this matter be dismissed and stricken from the record. And again, more following the sign and then coming back and expressing the findings from his travel. Islam to all active Moors. Based on a previous class when you made an explanation of what is a diplomat, I went to this store today and tried to comprehend it. Before making the transaction, I explained to the employee, modern European, who I am and showed her my nationality card. She saw the authenticity of my card and she asked assistant to her manager to process the transaction. When her manager approached her to check the card, the employee told her, "Look, he is a diplomat," and they processed the transaction without any resistance. This experience deeply showed me the concept of being a national and a diplomat to the foreign jurisdiction called Canada. AGL. Brother Guamanaco L. And then he put his receipt right there. Name of client, Guamanaco L. Functionaire, Moor. Card identity, AA222141. Date of expiration, not applicable. Exempt tax for diplomats. Right? So straight saying exempt tax for diplomat. And it was the clerk that said, "See, he's a diplomat." Right? The clerk said it. You know, how's the clerk telling you? Oh yeah, see, he's a diplomat because he gave a nationality card. Nationality card, did all that. All right. We just want to say, put some couple more things out there before we close out. Our good brother Muhammad Jordan in Ghana, I was asking him about Moors and African history and stuff like that. So he gave me a little something that I think we should put on the record for our people who claim that they know their self and, you know, they're West African and, you know, we know a West African. So we'll hear what this West African say with regard to Moorish culture. In a nutshell, oh, and then by the way, there's Brother Muhammad right there, who, you know, got his fez on. People are gonna say, "Oh, that's not a fez. It's a small. It's not the fez." No, shut the hell up. What do you know? You're not even proclaiming your nationality. Shut the hell up. You don't talk about anything relative to Moors. In a nutshell, the fez in Ghana is a kind of hat, as we call it, and it is highly respected and is worn by high-profile personalities. The wearing of a fez in Ghana means a lot. 1. It signifies knowledge. 2. It shows sense of leadership. 3. Its maturity is handled by the community at large. It shows maturity to handle a community at large. As I was growing up in the late 70s as a young boy or a young man, about 30 years and below, I can't wear a fez unless, of course, you've attained a certain statute in society that requires you to wear a fez. We are also taught that it's Africans that sold their own into slavery, not the European. So the real slave master is the African, not the European. Africans sold their brothers and sisters for common things like mirrors and cups. The true slave master is the so-called black man from his own land. Even though the whites, quote unquote, also contributed, but if it wasn't strongly supported by our ancestral fathers, they wouldn't have been slavery. The quote unquote whites came here with their bad minds, and fortunately on their side, or unfortunately on their side, they had a support from the selfish African kings and chiefs. Now that's somebody from Ghana. They can play games all they want. Right? Oh yeah. Give y'all Brother Muhammad again. And Islam to Brother Muhammad for speaking up. You know, Islam to Brother Muhammad for speaking up. And Islam to Brother Netcher Lex too. Because he's putting out all these videos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And one thing that people are failing to realize, that he's a national. He has a nationality. He knows what his nationality is. He knows that he's Aboriginal and indigenous to the Americas. So don't get it twisted. Then you hear him talk about certain stuff. He gets a pass because he's a national. He has a nationality. So he has the right to free speech. He has the right. Say whatever that he wants because he has nationality. Because somebody was asking, how come you don't go at him? Because he has nationality. No need to go at him. He knows that he's not black. He knows he's not Negro, he's not colored. He knows that he's not Ethiopian. He knows that he's not Hebrew, Israelite. He has a nationality. And I know because me and him Bill on the phone, and I know he has a nationality. And that he honors and respects his nationality, and he's not denationalizing himself for anybody. So Islam to the Moor. King Ayi of West African nation of Togo arrived in Israel on Sunday with an unusual request. He wants the Jewish state to officially recognize his people as the lost tribe of Israel. These are the people. They talk about African Union and stuff like that. These are the people who they're talking about is going to save some continent. The king, who has become well known among the Orthodox Jewish community, met with Religious Affairs Minister David Azule, who told the African ruler that Israel's chief rabbinate will have to investigate his claims to being descended from Israel. Asiatic, right? Quote, "My desire is to come to the western wall with my people next to Sukkot and shout, 'Shema Israel,'" he told his Israeli host. In an interview with the Orthodox Israeli news portal Kikar Hashabat, King Ai explained that a nation that doesn't recognize God and has no religion is a nation that doesn't know where it is going. But he wants to be freaking down with the Ashkenazis. He's talking crap about nation. Remember, he's African, and then he has a little stuff, you know, pulling the Farrakhan one, hiding the stuff behind the stuff so you don't know it's the stuff. Now people thinking it's some African hat stuff, Muslim hat. It's a Muslim hat. No, the other fez wrapped in something, fooling people out of their birthright. But you're going to some Ashkenazis for them to make you a lost tribe of Israel. You never thought of going to talk to the real Jews? Oh, okay. That's the Africa that these people are running to. We also wanted to put on the record, Brother Abdi Rahman Abdi, Somalian that was killed by the police out here. And we just wanted to give him his props because he has a nationality. And never once did they call him black in the media. But he looks like a black guy. I mean, yeah, he looks like us. So if he looks like us, then how come they didn't call him black? How come people are forcing black on him? Oh yeah, Abdi, the Black Lives Matter. No, he wasn't black. He was Somalian. This is the Somalian Lives Matter in his case. There ain't no black lives over here. This is Somalian. Somalian lives matter. Black lives don't matter though, and don't try to classify him as black. Because they never said that he was black, ever, once. They never once said that he was black. They always called him Somalian. Why? Because he has a nationality. But he had a nationality, he still got killed. I don't care. They didn't call him black in the media. To perpetuate that, I bet you, if we check the record, ain't not too many Somalians got killed by police. And because a Somalian got killed by police, I don't see Somalians talking about they don't want to be Somalians because a Somalian got killed by police. So I'm not a Somalian no more. I want to be something else. Oh, a Somalian got killed, so I don't want to be that. They're not talking stupid like certain people, daggering people's mind. Talking about a Moor got shot, so I'm not going to be a Moor. Find me a Somalian that said they're not going to be a Somalian because a Somalian got shot. Just one. I'm not even asking for 5. Just find me one. Find me one Somalian that's going to denationalize themselves because they're going to denationalize themselves because somebody of their nationality got shot. Find me a Somalian, please, anybody. Especially all you so-called Negro black colored people in Canaanland, you call Toronto, that might see this, and you live in a community with many Somalians. Just go ask them, hey, that Somalian guy got shot. Are you going to stop being Somali for that? And see what they say. If nationality doesn't mean nothing, and you know,